The wind whips against the shutters. Brutal blasts of cold swirl in the breeze. Hope seems tattered and scattered, lying buried beyond the brink of spring. As I gaze out from within my frozen fortress, I square off locked in a duel with death, fighting against the feelings of emptiness lodged deep within my breast. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that's related to seasonal changes. SAD typically begins in the fall and ends in the spring. Symptoms of SAD may include feeling sad, having low energy, overeating, and sleeping too much. That's from the National Institute of Mental Health, and the poem that I read is from Justin Farley, SAD, a poem about winter and seasonal affective disorder. On this episode, how to prepare for and work through fall and winter depression, I'm going to share a problem that many folks face and 5 actionable steps that you can take to work through seasonal affective disorder. Welcome to the Hope is Not a Plane podcast, where we address tough questions head on, face our problems, and highlight our hopes by providing actionable planning steps to improve ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. Now, let's get logged in and get locked on to this episode of the Hope is Not a Plane podcast. Happy fall, y'all. That's not true for a lot of people. A lot of people in the fall, when it's darker, it's dark in the morning, it's gray, and leaves are falling, it's getting colder, and that changes their mood. That seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, starts to kick in. It doesn't have to be a fall-winter thing, but it usually is. In this episode, we'll go through what a lot of people face, some of the symptoms, which are mood changes and decreased energy, their withdrawal from folks, which is not good for you, difficult concentrating, right? And the impact on daily life. So imagine you're withdrawn. Folks are like, hey, where's that person? What's going on? You don't hang out with folks, and that connection, which is so important. The hope is that, we'll get through, we'll push through, and we can. And there are actionable steps, and I'm going to share those. You don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to do it in isolation. The first actionable step is to get more sunlight. A great thing I love about fall and winter sometimes is the crisp, cool air, and it's so sunny on non-cloudy days that exposure to light, it can stimulate our serotonin. That's the thing that regulates kind of our mood, right? The neurotransmitter that plays a huge role in how we feel mentally. Light therapy is known to help, right? So if it's yucky outside, it's dark, it's cloudy, make your house bright, turn the lights on. That helps, right? Sunlight's the ultimate. It also helps our circadian rhythm, which means we know there's some sunlight in the morning. It's sunny outside. It gets dark. That tells our body, hey, it's daytime. Hey, it's evening time. It helps us get better sleep. But that sunlight, that vitamin D, is super helpful, which is another thing, right? If you're not getting enough sunlight, you can supplement with vitamin D, and you can Google how much you should take and all that good stuff. The other thing is regular exercise, which I talk about every Friday, but is a huge part of every day, because it stimulates endorphins, right? Natural mood boosters when you get exercise. It reduces stress and anxiety as much, if not more, than medication for a lot of people. It also boosts your self-esteem. So if you feel good, you feel kind of that pump, like me and my second oldest son, we got our pump on this morning doing some curls and things, and that starts to build your confidence as you do that more and more, and you get a little stronger. You just feel your muscles, the little ache. It's good to have an ache every now and then. And it can reduce the development of depression, just being more active. If you've noticed, when you're sitting there and you're alone with your thoughts. You're alone thinking about, oh, I didn't do anything, and now I'm snacking, and now I'm drinking whatever, and that's not good for you. So that regular exercise. So get some sunlight. Get regular exercise. Start now, right? It's early. It just turned fall in America this past Sunday. And the third is healthy diet. I don't eat the healthy diet all the time, but it's good to try and clean that up, right? A balanced diet helps support mental health, reduce symptoms of depression. Vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins. Protein is so vital for your overall health, for fat burn, for muscle growth. Omega-3 fatty acids. I take krill oil. I take Jocko Fuel. If you go to hopeisnotaplan.org, resources, you can get a link, save some money there. And it really makes a big difference both in my joint pain, my heart health, mood. But eat fish, nuts, seeds, right? Those all help reduce symptoms of depression. So those healthy snacks that we have, they're not processed, they're natural. And you can get them through, you don't have to take supplements. You can get those omega-3s through eating fish, salmon, I love it, tuna, those kind of things. Your gut microbiome, your gut is where your serotonin's made. Your gut, your healthy gut, right? So if you've been eating horrible, then your gut's not healthy. If you've been drinking a lot, then it's flushed out. So you got to rebuild that up. And so eating a little healthier helps build that back up, right? So eating those yogurts, some probiotics, some things like that. So we're going to get sun. We're going to stay active and get exercise. We're going to improve our diet. We're going to have social connections, right? Which is pillar 5 for us here on the Hope Is Not a Plan podcast. Strong relationships help. If you're alone, maybe find an online connection. Get out though. Go to events. There are tons of fall festivals, Oktoberfest things. You don't have to be a beer drinker, but fall is a time when people get their scarves on, their boots, their jeans, their sweaters, and they go out. So go out and just be near people, right? It can reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation, which is a horrible compounding factor of depression or depressive periods in your life. Because remember, you can have a depressive period, stuff's going on, and not have forever depression. Belonging to social groups, clubs, book clubs, crafts, go paint, right? You can go paint and drink wine. That's pretty awesome. And supportive friends and family. Don't sit there alone. Sometimes it's super hard to reach out to others. I've found when I've had anxious periods or depressive periods or just going through horrible times when people were sick in my family or not, that talking to other people helps. You also find out more about them. They are going through things. Everybody is. And the 5th thing is get professional help, right? Professionals can give you tools. I know I was given tools. Some of the greatest resources I read, The Body Keeps the Score, about trauma, past traumas, doing a trauma diary. And this isn't really kind of depressive, but it's related, right? Journaling. It's like going to a personal trainer for your brain, right? They know the tools. They know the exercises that work for your brain, that treat different things, movements, tapping, help anxiety, depressive things, connection, journaling, getting things out of your mind, right? Talking to somebody regularly is good. When you talk about things, they come out of your brain. They're not stuck in there. When you journal, when you write things, they come out. And that action is very helpful. So get that sunlight. Keep getting that exercise. I know y'all are getting after it. Healthy diet, clean that up. Get those omega-3s, get some nuts. Also diet-wise for your sleep, try some magnesium glycinate. It's really helpful. Take it a couple hours before bed. Social connection. Go to the fall festivals. Go to Oktoberfest. Go to the Highland Games, which are all oftentimes in the fall, which are great. Get a turkey leg and some mead. And get help if you need it. There's nothing wrong with getting help. We all need help from folks sometimes. Seasonal affective disorder or SAD doesn't have to be where you go, oh, I got to lock down now because it's going to be gray and it's going to get cold. And I just know part of getting better is your mindset, your pillar 1 ownership. And that's hard to do when you're feeling down, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling anxious in those moments. I hear you. I feel you. I thank you for being here, for listening to this. I know in some of the research and some of the personal experiences I've had with this, it's very enlightening that you see the same things to me, right? That how we eat, how we move or don't move, how we connect with people, how we talk to others, and, how we get outside in nature have positive effects on our brain, or negative if we're not doing those, for so many different things. But for this, for SAD, for seasonal affective disorder, prepare now. It's early. It just turned fall. Be in good habits. Thank you for being in the habit of listening to the Hope Is Not a Plan podcast. hopeisnotaplan.org is your stop to follow me. I'm at Hope's Not a Plan on Twitter and Instagram. There are resources there, both books, supplements I use. You can get discounts on those. Videos, interviews of me, videos and video interviews I've done of other people. You can listen to episodes there. Hope Is Not a Plan YouTube channel where I share fitness 15 seconds at a time, pretty much every day. And there's a Hope Is Not a Plan Facebook page. I'm also Hope Is Not a Plan on Reddit. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening, for hitting play. Like, subscribe, share, leave me a review on Apple or Spotify or your favorite platform. Stay safe out there, everybody. Go out into the sun, get some exercise, eat a little healthier, make social connections, and talk to somebody. Godspeed, y'all.